In this episode, we focus on all the things available at the South Pass besides diving, which include the mooring ball options and where not to anchor, the beauty of snorkeling the pass, the stunning pink sandbars and blue waters of Sabla Rosa, and the tranquility and offerings of the town of Tetamanu, founded in the late 19th century. The South Pass is a dream destination because of all of the wonderful things it offers, especially the diving. But for sailors, it has also become notorious for wrapping chains on bommies, snapping chains, and breaking bow rollers. The sea bottom is bommy-ridden, and the bommies are like towers, so you are lucky to find a sand patch, and any wind is guaranteed to wrap your chain. This makes the 5 free mooring balls a highly sought-after commodity. We, like most sailors, prefer to use our own ground tackle, but here we race to a free mooring like a shark to a fish at night. Our friends Ruben and Christina just came over. They were trying to leave and they have found that their anchor is wedged under a bommy at 45 feet. They have tried to dive it, but he doesn't have enough breath at 45 feet to do anything. So he came over to ask us if we would help with our scuba gear to pull the anchor out. We're gonna take a dive on the pass in about 45 minutes, and then after we take that dive, we'll go over and help them.
We're gonna get another anchor off the coral today. It's become our specialty. You ready, babe?
Having scuba gear on board is primarily for safety reasons first, and then for enjoyment. We have used our tanks many times to dive our chain and others to resolve problems. We are very happy to help other sailors in need, and in this location, we are moving ground tackle more than we ever imagined.
Yeah, back up.
Our suggestion is try and anchor in 20 to 30 feet of water to the side of the mooring balls, not behind them. It puts you a little bit farther from the pass, but in the end, I think you're gonna be a lot happier.
This one?
Yeah.
Good morning, sweetie. Today, we are going to snorkel the South Pass. Snorkeling is pretty incredible. There's a lot more than just sharks. There's super clear water, great coral formations, groupings of fish. Those Napoleon wrasse are just...
A blacktip reef, sharks everywhere.
Yeah.
The fish life is pretty incredible at the top of the reef.
Give it a try.
Let's do it. I'm super excited. 20 years ago when I was here, I stayed at Moto Aito, which is right there. And one afternoon after we had gone on a dive through the pass, they offered us an opportunity to go see Sabla Rosa. So I jumped in the boat and they drove us over to a place that was so incredibly beautiful. And I have talked about it for 20 years to anyone who would listen to me. And now we are actually taking the dinghy over there, which is so amazing. And I'm hoping it's how I remember it. Absolutely beautiful.
All I've heard about Sabla Rosa, 21 shades of blue, and that's not even counting the pink and the rose, and I mean, you get the picture.
So I'm really excited to see it. And hopefully the sun will come back out because it is so much more beautiful with sunshine. Sabla Rosa, which means pink sand, is a very special place located just 2 miles from the anchorage on the west side of the South Pass. It used to be the area where most cruisers would opt to drop their hook, but a few years ago, it was added to the atoll's restricted zone. While you cannot go in your big boat, it is easily accessible by dinghy and well worth the effort. Low wind, low tide, and sunny skies is the recipe for the best experience as more pink sand emerges and the variety of blues is literally endless. The word of the day for visitors there is wow. It's truly a stunning sight and one not to be missed if you are visiting the South Pass. Woo! So good to be back at Sabla Rosa. Look at this. What a special place. It's still got the wow factor even 20 years later. Incredible.
Hasn't changed a bit,
Pink
except
sand.
one of your palm trees is missing some fronds.
The sandbars obviously keep changing all the time, but pretty incredible. I have a picture of these 4 trees right here.
Oh, no way.
These 4 palm trees, yeah.
Oh,
From 20 years ago.
No way.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad you and Jeff got to share this with me on such a beautiful day.
Of course, and we're not done yet, baby.
Nope. It's just hard to explain the beauty of this place.
We just kind of have to be there.
You have to kind of be here, yeah. After visiting the main beach, we decided to venture out and explore some of the outer islands, tracing my steps from almost 20 years ago. It's like a red carpet welcoming us. Taking advantage of the palm tree. Is this our new home?
Yes. Dave, I just met with the real estate agent and I put a down payment on this motu over here.
Perfect.
And we're gonna build a Airbnb. We're gonna live on top of the Airbnb. We'll keep everything stocked for that inclusive $1,000 a day price.
The last time I climbed on this island, there were 2 palm trees. Well, there are 2 palm trees, but one has lost its palm. I guess lightning strike. We are headed into town now for a little different experience. We're going to book. It's almost noon, and you have to book by noon if you want to have dinner at the restaurant there. They are offering dinner. We think it's $35 US a piece, but we do know you have to put down a $20 deposit to ensure that you show up. I guess they have a lot of people say they're gonna come and then don't show. This is a really nice protected area to leave your dinghy right at the dock, and then you can walk up and have dinner here. And in this hut is where the relief is. That's cool.
Not what I thought it was.
It's made out of wood.
No way.
Huh? Look at that.
Wow.
You thought it'd be different?
Yeah.
What did you think it was gonna look
I
like?
thought it was gonna be like lighter. Interesting. So we come in.
Yeah, so we come in here. There's a buoy like right here. We dive in here.
Right.
And then we come along
That's the action.
past.
Right.
And then we come up here. Charlie's so nice. We came in here and we were so mesmerized by all of the photographs. He showed us these 2 great books. These are the photos from the 700 Sharks documentary. Oh, they're incredible. Feeding, just, it makes me really want to do a night dive now. I have to see if the currents cooperate. So we have booked our dinner tonight. It is 3,500 XPF per person, which is about $32 or something. It's a buffet. It starts at 6:30, so.
Something new and different.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to dinner tonight. Since we are in Tetamanu Village, we are going to walk around and show you why we love it so much. As you can imagine, the village is very laid back and chill. There's one path that runs along the beach and then cuts back through the center of the island. That cut through we call Main Street, as it's wider than a footpath, differing from the rest of the walking paths on the island. During the 19th century, this village was the former capital of the island and residence of the administrator of the Tuamotus. Ruins from that time can be visited, including the remains of the first Tuamotu church built in 1874 out of coral, and what appears to be some grand residences built in 1883 in the middle of the island. There's also a cemetery you can visit. The population in 2012 was about 800 residents, but now I would guess there are around 100 people living in Tetamanu and working in tourism and diving. Their homes decorate Main Street along with palm trees, tiara flower bushes, and frangipani. The fragrance of these trees fills the walk with the sweetest aroma and makes it one of our favorite places to slowly stroll. At the end of Main Street is the newer church built next to the ruins of the old church. While we're in a new place, we love to visit local churches, and we were really excited that our stay at the South Pass included a Sunday. It is Sunday morning, and last night we asked the people in town what time church was because we wanted to go to the service, and they said 7 initially, which I thought, okay, that's not bad. And then they came back and said, no, today it's at 6. So it is 6 o'clock right now. We're going to be late, but we're going. And thankfully it's a beautiful day, and it's much calmer today. The winds have really subsided since the Maramu has kind of ended. Uh-oh, I think we've been told the wrong time. It's looking pretty empty.
It's lovely being here early.
It's definitely not at 6. Maybe church is at 7, so we're gonna make the most of our time here and walk around. We love this island, so we're gonna just enjoy being
Great
here.
being here early. Your new friend.
Oh, yeah. Still empty. I'm guessing there's not going to be a service this morning. Well, no church this morning, at least not at 6 or 7, but we definitely enjoyed walking around the island and seeing it in the early morning light. We haven't done that yet.
So pretty.
Beautiful. Our way into town to have dinner out. This never happens, so we are really excited. It's really fun to sit on the dock and watch the huge Napoleon wrasses try to swim sideways at low tide, as they are too tall to fit vertically through the shallow water. It's like the underwater equivalent of Grand Central Station, with black-tip reef sharks, their dorsal fins just a few inches above the water, circling the docks and avoiding collisions with the larger Napoleon wrasses.
This is so cool.
Look at them. Yarana. Tetamanu Diving and Bungalows feeds their guests, and on days where they have enough food, they also allow cruisers to join in on the buffet. It's like a big family dinner, and that's what we did with our friends on Zumax and Noxoma.
Okay, guys, that's all for the South Pass. We're off to Harifa. We got a big Maramu coming, so check it out, and thanks for watching.
See you next week.
See you next week.